Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode, our final episode
ever. Just kidding.
Well, they really don't know. We'll keep them on their toes. Final episode of season 2. Can you believe it, Brie?
Yeah, I can.
You can believe it?
I can't believe it. It's been a long season 2.
It has. I mean, it's been the same length as season 1, but because 13 episodes per season, so this is the 26th episode of POV. 26 weeks.
That's wild.
That's like
half a year. That's literally half a year.
Is it
52 weeks in a year?
Whoa, we're halfway. That's wild.
That is insane. We're halfway to our year anniversary. Happy anniversary to us, Hailey.
Happy 6-month anniversary.
That's crazy.
To POV with Hailey and Brie.
Happy anniversary.
If only I brought a cake.
If only you brought a cake. Guys, season 3, you're not going to want to miss it. We haven't planned it out yet. We're going to take a little bit of a longer break.
Yeah.
So you guys can catch up on all our episodes. Well, if you're watching this episode, you're caught up. So
yeah,
go rewatch some episodes.
We'll
also be reposting some of our reels that probably didn't make it on.
Yeah. We have thought about some things that we want to do a little bit differently for season 3. This isn't our first rodeo.
No,
it's now our second, about to be our third. So we are switching some things up, possibly the set, possibly, you never know.
Yeah.
The way that we do the videos, you never know.
You never know. Possibly the way that we edit. I gotta talk to you about that. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we don't know, but we know it's gonna be good. All right,
so stick around. Okay,
for this Tuesday.
First, should we do our check-ins real quick?
We should. Yes.
How you doing, Hailey?
How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm just tired. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably probably like a 7.
Okay.
Work was fine, just tired. Got my hair done last week.
It looks gorgeous.
And I washed my hair last night, and when I cut my hair, it poofs up and the curls.
It's very curly.
Pattern again. It's in a ponytail for a reason. It's the hair's just doing
you walked
its
in
own
and
thing.
I was like, oh, your hair's so curly. That's so cute.
It's so curly now. Like way more because there's not as much hair weighing it down anymore. So
but
it's
I like
just
it.
Wild. So we'll figure that out once Hailey figures out how to do her hair again.
Okay.
But other than that, I think it's fine. What about you?
I'll preface this with yesterday I was like a 5. Brie was not doing too hot.
Brie.
But right now I'm like an 8.5. So big jump.
Big jump. This is good
No,
news.
let me lower that. I'm gonna be an 8. I'm gonna be an 8. It was not a fun day, but it was like a good day at work, and I think I'm getting better. Not amazing, but I can see myself progressing, and just like when I'm worrying about things, just being like, well, it's out of my control.
That's good.
Jesus, you just got to take this.
Take the wheel.
So I can like, it's cool to see like, wow, like last year if this would have happened, Brie would have been a hot mess. So I'm still, not like amazing at it, but
at least you're not a hot mess.
At least I'm not a hot mess.
That's good. Yeah. That's progress.
Speaking of progress.
We
have to do question of the week. I'm excited. This question of the week is brought to you by Instagram. And it might destroy Hailey and I's friendship. So I'm
probably will.
I'm just going to ask Hailey this question.
Uh-oh.
So this will be interesting.
What do you mean you're only going to ask me this question? If I have to answer it, you have to answer it too.
No! Because I have not thought about it. I was like, I'm not going to think about my answer because that's going to be bad. Hailey, put yourself in this situation.
Okay.
It's the middle of the night.
Okay.
Like midnight.
Yes.
Okay. You get a call. It's the police station.
The police station?
I'm in jail.
Okay.
What was I arrested for?
What were you arrested for?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Oh.
It's got to be what was the first thing that popped? Something popped into your mind. What was it, Hailey?
See, this is hard because
now I want to know what you're thinking about.
Because there's just
it's okay. I won't be offended.
This isn't true. Obviously,
Obviously,
it's all hypothetical.
It's all hypothetical.
If I were to get a phone call from the police, I think that you were in jail. I would think that you would have been arrested for public intoxication. Not like anything crazy, but just like you were just like having a good time. Like, have you ever seen Jersey Shore?
I've loved a couple episodes.
Okay. Well, have you seen the one where Snooki's on the beach?
They're always on the beach.
No, brother. All right. Well, I'll send you the video. But I love Jersey Shore, and there's a video when they are at the Jersey Shore, and Snooki has had way too much to drink. But she wants to go to the beach, and so she is like running, and she's like, "Where's the beach? Where's the beach?" She ends up getting arrested for public intoxication.
Interesting.
Yeah. But she's better now. She's got 3 kids. Yeah. She's living life.
I heard she's doing
But she's doing better. But yeah, that always reminds me of public intoxication. I'm like, Snooki on the beach.
Snooki on the beach. Wow.
All right, Brie.
Yeah.
Imagine this. Mm-hmm. It's midnight.
Okay.
You get a phone call. It's the police. They say I've been arrested. What have I been arrested for?
So my mind goes to, okay, it's something to do with line dancing.
Because
you're probably out line dancing somewhere.
Okay.
The first thing I can think of is like, it's probably not your fault, but you punched somebody's lights out because they were like...
Lights?
Yeah.
Like punched them in the face?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you meant like their car had lights.
Or like you got in like, someone like came at you and you were like, yeah, let's go. And so you got arrested for, I don't know what the arrest would be for.
But I apparently was upset at line dancing.
Yeah.
And
someone tried to buy you a drink. They poured your water out. And I'm just kidding.
Gosh darn.
Obviously.
Well, I'll work on that, clearly. That's an issue, apparently.
What's funny is that's never even come close to happening. Same with the public intoxication.
No, it's just funny.
So that's...
Wow, that was a good one. That was a good one. I wonder if anybody agrees in the comments. We'll see.
Mom?
Would
I be arrested for public?
Dad? Anybody?
It's okay. My parents don't watch anymore.
It's okay. This is all hypothetical, guys. We're great people. We respect the law. Okay.
Yeah. Your dad's a police, so.
He is.
All right.
Okay.
Today's episode
is sponsored by
Audible. Just kidding. It's not. Not yet. We're not there yet. Maybe season 3. That'd be cool. Today's episode is about our goals.
Woot woot.
We thought it would be cool for us to kind of document, what, we hope life looks like or we've accomplished in a year.
Yeah. And this is something that like not only we could do, but you should do as well. I think it's important for everybody to have goals, small, big, whatever, but to even write them down and put them somewhere, like if it's in your notes in your phone or in a journal somewhere or someplace you could see it every day and you can look back in a year and be like, wow, because you never know. A year flies by, even though sometimes it takes like a long time, but the things that you can achieve, you might be surprised by.
True.
So.
And I think part of this video is going to be us figuring out our goals, because I will say that goal planning, goal setting is not my area of expertise. So you got to come along this journey with us and like see what it's like with like, oh, Hailey's here. How can Hailey help me set some goals? I hope you were ready for that, Hailey.
Woo!
Also thing that is hopefully helpful that I've also struggled in is like, okay, what areas of my life do I need to set goals in? Good thing you've been watching this podcast for 26 episodes and you know the 6 areas that we focus on. What are they, Hailey?
They are health, spiritual, career, community, social, and financial.
So those are the 6 areas that we're going to be making some goals in. So a year from now, Hailey, let's just say October 2024.
October 2024.
Right? So by October 2024, health goals, physical and mental.
Physical, mental.
I didn't even think about mental. I was mostly thinking about physical.
Well, that's okay.
I was thinking about this.
So you're asking me physically and mentally, what are my goals for next year? Well, in a year, I hope to grasp. Grasp, understand, fathom, appreciate. I think when it comes to mental health, I think a good goal for me is to take one mental day every 2 months.
Okay.
And just take a day off of work and just have a mental day and just like take a day for myself, whether that be spending time with the Lord, sitting, like, I don't know, just taking a day where it's not like go it's just like either hanging out with friends, like recharging. Like, I remember that one time we went to the beach. So
that one time, we need to do that more often.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
we need to be better
like
about
I
that.
feel like once a month would be great, but I feel like twice a month is achievable. Once every 2 months is achievable.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
But like intentionally. Health, like physically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been trying to do better at eating better.
Yeah.
I've been really good recently at like going to the grocery store and like making food. I still have days where Taco Bell and In-N-Out sound really good.
Taco Bell can be healthy at some points.
At some point, just not the stuff I'm eating. So just like consciously, like, I'm not doing it to lose weight, but I think like in order to like put my body, like try to be healthier, just be more conscious of what I'm eating. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, if I could eat ice cream every day, that would be great. But fantastic. Maybe balance it out with a salad so that way the ice cream cancels out.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I think that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's good. I'll start physical because that's the one part I've thought about.
Good for you.
I want to figure out a way where I can consistently work out. I think I tend to like get into fads where I'm like, oh, I'm working out for like 4 months, 3 months, and it's great, like, and then I fall off.
Strict routine.
Yeah, and I like don't get back for a year. Hence, what's happening. So I just started CrossFit yesterday.
Whoa.
The problem with CrossFit is it's super expensive. So I don't know how. But the reason I like CrossFit is because it's so expensive. It like makes me go consistently.
Yeah, because you're like.
Because I'm like, I gotta get my money's worth. So I need to figure out a way where I can fit CrossFit into my budget and like let it be a consistent thing, and like that's something that I make time for, and I was always excited to go to CrossFit or like to leave CrossFit. So
I think it's achievable.
Yeah.
I think you just have to take a step back and see what you can move around.
Yeah, I might even like talk to them and be like, hey, I'm struggling budget-wise. Is there any way you can work with me?
Whoa, do you think they could do that?
I don't know.
Throw the shot.
It's worth, like, it's better to ask than not ask at all, right?
Yeah. I mean, worst thing they can say is no. Is that bad to ask,
do you think?
Is CrossFit like is it a small business or is it like a...
Yeah.
Well, then, I mean, it's worth a shot to ask.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if it's like a big major company, then I don't think they might say no. Just because, like, if you go to, like, Planet Fitness, they're not going to be like...
Right.
Sorry, we don't do that. It's just these are the packages we have.
Yeah. No, it's but then I'm like, because it's a small business, I feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to take away, like, it's a small gym.
I know, but then maybe, like, I mean, obviously they're not going to give it to you for free.
No.
So if they take away anything, I don't think it would be like like
no,
it
it's not going to be
crazy for
but anything's going to help me. So I'm like,
yeah. Well, you never know. I mean,
might ask
for the conversation.
We'll see.
All right, that's
mental.
Mental.
Honestly, I think I need to be better with like bringing stuff up with my accountability partner, which is Hailey.
That's me.
Not that like there's things that like I am hiding or like that I haven't brought up with you, but I think like you said, like taking the mental health days and like having check-ins, because I think a lot of times it's like like today, it was like a quick check-in, like right before podcast, which is great. But I think sometimes we need like a full day to just be like, okay, let's take in like how one another's doing and like really like be each other's like accountability partners, you know?
Yeah. That's
so
true.
there, hey, accountability partner, let's work on that.
So I've got to plan another date.
Hey, we're going to Disneyland.
Just kidding. That is true. All right.
Next topic. Okay, that would be spiritual. Spiritual. Our spiritual goals. I have been reading this book that I think you should read. It's called A Celebration of Disciplines by Richard Foster. And do you like reading like those kind of books?
I don't hate reading.
Okay. You might, I have so many books for you to read. I still want you to read, I need to give it to you because I think that book is more important for you to read right now.
So many books
the Sacred Marriages. Sacred Search.
Sacred Search, yes.
That book you should read. But the book I'm reading right now is called Celebration of Disciplines. Okay. And it's basically like going through the disciplines of Christianity. And so like the first third of the book is the discipline of, I forget. The discipline of meditation, prayer, and fasting. And then like it gets into the more like rare disciplines that we don't really talk about, like the discipline of study. I forget some of the other. I'm only a third of the way into this book, okay?
Okay.
But it's like really challenging me, like, okay, like my relationship with God is like not dependent on me like doing these things. Like I have a relationship with God, like that is first and foremost. But these things that like God asks us to do, like I don't do a good job at like fasting. Like I never fast. That's not true. I fast sometimes, but like it's not something that I'm like, oh, like I need to make a decision, like let me fast about that. Or like learning about the discipline of like I don't even know what the rest of the disciplines are, but I think just like learning about that and seeing how that can apply with like my relationship with God and like growing that dependence on him and that like I think just like instinct of like knowing like, oh yeah, God's asking me to fast, or like, oh yeah, like I need to pray for this person, or like that kind of thing. So like growing those disciplines. And I think part of the way I want to like be held accountable for doing that is like finding a mentor. That's something we've talked about too. Like I think we both are interested in like having somebody mentor us and like guide us along like the journey and like pour into us spiritually, you know? Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What about you?
Spiritually, it's been super rocky. Brie knows. But I hope that in a year from now, I am better spiritually than I am now. With everything that is going on, I hope that when it comes to me spiritually, I hope that I am more open with others and ask for help when I need help before I make any decisions. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's cut and dry, but
no, I mean that's valid. I think a lot of times we like hold things in and it's hard because it's like you have to trust somebody, you have to like do that, and that's like scary and not fun.
Yeah.
So I get it.
What a time.
Yeah. Hey.
Wow.
Working our way.
Next one.
Downtown. Walking fast.
Third. Faces past.
And I'm homebound.
Career. Jinx, you owe me a Dr. Pepper. Yeah, you do. That's not a Dr. Pepper.
Savage. Okay.
Sorry. It had
Career.
to be done.
Go
Career.
Hailey.
Career. In a year, I will have been graduated.
Graduated she will be!
Woo!
I'm so excited.
So career-wise, I hope that I have a big girl job in marketing, or just a big girl job in general. We love stepping stones.
Love that.
And just a career that I make more money than I do now.
Yeah.
To help me out to live in Southern California.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Do you have like a plan, like a, not even a plan, but like a date of like when you want to start applying to jobs? Because you can start applying before you have like your official degree.
No, yeah. I think I was talking to Jean and Danae about this, and I think that they had said by, because my graduation date is in May.
Yeah.
So they were saying that around like December we'll get like, they'll help me out with my resume.
Cool.
Because they're very like, they know what they're doing. They graduated college. Gene is very book smart, so he knows what he's doing. So he can help me out. And then by like January is when you start applying to places to get feelers out there, see if there's any companies that will hire you before you graduate, since I would be so close to my graduation date. And then fingers crossed, praying to the Lord, what's going to happen is they will hire me before I graduate.
Yeah, they will. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Very excited.
What about you career-wise?
I feel like I'm in an interesting place because I'm not in a place experience-wise where I can be promoted in my current role. So that's hard because I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
How do I goal make for like a year from now? I feel like the only thing I can think about is like salary-wise, like I want to be at the next step.
Yeah.
Honestly, by March is like what I'm hoping. But I have heavy doubts that that's going to happen. So I think if that doesn't happen, then I need to like I need to reevaluate, you know, like the company I work for, and I don't know, like think about, okay, this is my area of expertise. Like what can I do with this, or what skill do I need to learn in my current job that's gonna like set me up for the future, because there's still a lot I feel like I can learn. So I think having a more clear idea by March or April of next year, and like using that idea to like, okay, do I want to like continue in this company and in this role, and if so, like there's different directions I can go in. Like I can go the more managerial route, which is looking like a really tough career from my perspective, from my chair, or I can go the like subject matter expert route, where I just like hone in on like a certain like area of expertise and like go that way. So by October, would like to be headed either in one of those two directions, or have jumped ship and chasing whatever God has next for me.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Those are both good roads.
Thanks.
Wish you the best, friend.
Thank you. We'll see. I think career is such a hard one because it's like my career now is not my calling necessarily. Like it's not what I'm not born to do, like
it's not
aerospace
it's
finance.
not what you've been dreaming of doing.
And I don't think but the thing is, like, I haven't been dreaming of doing anything, and I've learned like that's okay.
Why goals are important.
And that's why goals are important. But it's okay to not be like, to not have, I don't know, necessarily like a dream job. I think I want to be able to go on a cruise in whatever I want. So
March perhaps.
Bahamas. Bahama. That's the song I was singing earlier. Okay, moving on.
I'm excited for that.
Community. All right, so okay, let's distinguish again for the viewers, for ourselves, community versus social. So like in my head, social is like, okay, the things I'm doing with my community.
Yeah.
And then community is like, okay, like the people.
Yeah, community I consider like friendships and stuff like that. Is that what you, relationships?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So, do you have goals for your friendships? Like
friendships. Do I have goals for my
I think I said I wanted to like continue, because I feel like my friendships right now, like, are a lot of them are in like a really good space.
I agree.
But I feel like I want to go deeper. Yeah.
I think I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. Like, I'm not like, oh man, I hope to make more friends. Like, if I do, cool. But I think so far, like from this October to last October, I feel like God has really shown me who people are and has decided and really has put people in my life or has taken them out of my life for a reason. And I feel like obviously he will continue to do that. But I feel very stable and secure with what I have going on right now. But yeah, I would love to deepen and really like put more time and effort into friendships. Be more consistent. I mean, I'm pretty consistent, but to like, I don't know, be more intentional.
Yeah.
Put more of an effort in.
I think for me, like, intentionality, like, is really important. And I think part of that intentionality is, like, I want to, like, talk about, like, faith more. Not more, but, like, but yes, more, but, like, continue talking about faith. And so, like, something I keep thinking about is, like, a Bible study, like, with friends.
That's a good one.
Or, like, even, like, a mentorship with friends, I think would be really cool. Where, like, we're both, or, like, a group of us are being mentored by another group. And it's a very, like, intimate thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Something to think about.
Something to think about.
We'll talk about on one of our deep outings, mental health days soon.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I think
sounds good.
I think, yeah. I don't know. Just a thought.
Just a thought.
I think it's good. Like, this is very interesting because a lot of times I don't make goals for my community.
Yeah. It's
like,
very much just like, meh.
So how do I make, like, that a practical choice of, like, yeah, I'm choosing to pursue community and pursue the people around me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Social.
Can you roll your tongue?
No, I can't.
Really?
I can't. Do you know who makes fun of me for it? You'll never believe.
Ashley or Nathan?
Nope. Darby. Darby laughs in my face because she can do it, and she'll ask me to do it, and I can't. And she's like, ha 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 ha. What the heck, Darby?
That's tragic. That's terrible.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can't do that.
Well, speaking of that, how do you want to fix it? Social.
Social.
Social goals.
I feel like
you want to go line dancing more.
I always want to go line dancing more. One thing that I feel like I have been doing recently and I would like really enjoy to continue doing is living in the moment.
What does that mean?
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like because my schedule is so packed, I'm like, somebody asked me to hang out and I'm like, oh, sorry, I can't. Or like, oh, I'm the worst because I'll always be like, oh, got a budget for this, got a budget for that, which like makes sense. But I recently have been like, if someone's like, hey, do you want to go, like, let's just go here. Like, hey, I'm going to go here. Do you want to come with? I'll be like, sure, cool. Even knowing that I have to get up at like 8 a.m. the next morning, like just, or I'm the worst. And all my friends know this, is that like, if somebody wants to buy something or like there's a concert or like anywhere we're going to go, they're like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, you only live once. Like, just do it. You're not going to regret it. And if you do, like, just complain about it later. Like, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. It's going to be great. So I think just living in the moment of just being like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to look back later on in life and being like, man, I wish I did more in my 20s. Like, I have the time now where like I don't have a husband. I don't have any kids. I like don't have like major, like I don't have a mortgage. Like I don't have major financial like things right now. Like I'm in college, but I'm not paying student debt right now. So like, I have, like, the time and the energy to be like, yeah, I have to be at work at 8 a.m. tomorrow, but it's it's midnight, so I'm going to go, like, on a coffee run or, like, go hang out with some friends for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So,
live it up.
Just, like, I think just taking, like, seizing the opportunity. Seizing the day.
Carpe diem.
Yeah. I want to look back and be like, wow, that was cool. Like, line dancing. It's not everybody's jam, but I want to be like in 10 years when I have kids, I'm like, wow, awesome. I'm so glad I took the opportunity to live my life in my 20s and go learn like 10 line dances and dance, like, you know, just hang out.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think you have bigger social dreams than I do.
I don't think so.
No, I think that's good. I think the thing that has continued to be hard for me is balancing 3 things. Finances with social, because I hate spending money on myself, but I love going out with people.
I'm the worst. I'm the one that's like, don't worry about it.
Which has been good for me, but has also been like...
not good.
Not because of you.
Yeah.
But because I'm like opening up more, I'm like spending more, and so like then I'm more stressed about finances.
Yeah.
So trusting God with those 2 things, and then also like friends versus family. Like, how do I balance?
Yeah.
Living here and enjoying friends and needing and valuing the community that I'm creating, but also like I still have family back home.
Yeah.
And so I think like being present is my like you said, like I think that's just my goal, is like, okay, if there's something important, like if there's a family thing that's like important, like I'm gonna go home. I'm going home for my niece's first birthday
Aww.
in February. So I think I'm just gonna work from home that week in February.
What week is that?
It's not your birthday. I'll be home for your birthday. Chillax. It's February 6th.
Woo! I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
you could miss my birthday for your niece's first birthday.
No. Unless you're in line dancing. I'm just kidding. I would go line dancing for you. I'd go line dancing for your birthday. And I would do it better than I did last year, because I did you a disservice last year. So, my B. That was my B. Okay, let's move on from social.
All right. Our last one. Financial. Everybody's favorite thing to talk about.
It's really not.
That was sarcastic.
Yeah.
It's not everybody.
So we started out this podcast running off of the I did, and you kind of did too. You were there for a couple sessions. The Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University.
I was there for a couple.
And I feel like the further away I get from that, the worse I get with my budget.
Yes.
But I'm not spending more than I'm making, so I'm like, oh, I'm winning, but I'm also like not saving as much as I should be.
Yeah.
So my goal is to like really weigh the things that I'm spending money on. I will say one of my goals this year was to spend less money on clothes, and I have spent money on clothes, but I spent less money on clothes.
That's good.
So I count that as a win. I've only done one Shein haul, and I returned almost all of it.
I remember that. Good for you.
Thank you.
No, yeah, that's true. I think mine is also saving. I think because of the type of person that I am, and because like lining up with social, like there's so many things I want to do that if like I want to do them, then financially I have to be obedient and disciplined. For example, Natalie Cook. Are you listening? If she is, fantastic. Me, Natalie Cook, and Brie may possibly be going on a cruise.
I think
very
it's
excited
already
about
booked,
this.
So
it's already booked. We're already going. Anyway, I gotta save up money for that.
Yeah.
Also, would love to go to Stagecoach this year. That's not cheap. There's just like so many things. Like there's probably gonna be multiple concerts I want to go to, or whatever, that spur of the moment things. So gotta budget. Gotta start. Like I save money, but I think I need to be more disciplined with how I'm spending my money.
Yeah.
So that way I'm able to put a little bit more aside until, like, I don't know, to just budget everything out.
Yeah, totally. Okay, I have a final question. I don't know if you're going to like this question,
Probably
so
not.
we can edit it out if we don't want to answer it. But I think a good, cool question to ask would be like, okay, what's one goal you think I should add, and what's one goal I think you should add? Do you think that's an okay question to do?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. One thing I think you should add. Oh, man. I don't know. It's not, like, crazy, but, and, like, I think everybody should do this, but it is something that I think maybe would be helpful for you.
Yeah.
I think you should do a, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on it. What are those called?
I don't know.
Starts with a D.
Disciplinary review board.
No, it's like a study. What's it called? A devotional. I think you should do a devotional on like self-love.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think every girl should do it, but I think that would be a good challenge for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've done one already before, but
I can't remember doing one specifically on self-love, but yeah.
But I think it's important for everybody.
We should do one together.
But that's a goal for you.
Yeah. I think a goal for Hailey, and I mean this in the kindest ways, I think your goal should be to, because we talked about this an episode ago? I don't remember. I think last episode. I think a goal for you should be to get back into therapy.
Boo!
Not because
kidding.
that can come off like
No,
if you don't know
no.
the context, but Hailey's therapist recently left her tragically, and
So
I think
sad.
you should.
Yeah, dive back in.
Yeah.
We'll see next October what Hailey's doing.
Well, I'm praying for you. Just kidding.
Thank you.
I am praying for you,
I
but
need it.
in a
Clearly.
non-sarcastic way. Love that. All right.
Whoa.
Brie and Hailey, future Brie and Hailey, how did we do?
How did we do? How did we do?
I don't know.
We'll find out in a year.
That was a good jinx.
That was good.
All right. POV time. Hailey, do you have a POV or should I pull one out of my butt?
I have one. It's not very like great, but I think it's something like this is just my point of view.
Oh.
I think that because I think it's so easy to do. I mean, just from my point of view at 23,
Sure.
I think that between the ages of even like 16 to 21, you should just be like racking and saving money like crazy.
Oh, 100%. Get babysitting.
You need at least, I would say, like in that time frame, I think that you should have at least 10 grand in the bank. And I think that, and if not more, like any more than that would be great. But I think if one thing I could recommend to anybody who is in high school, like I think that their 21-year-old self would thank them.
Yeah.
I think 10 grand everybody should. It's not too late, kind of. But I mean, like, that's just what I think. I think that would be very good for people.
That's a really good POV. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody who's in between the ages of 16 and 20, it's not too late. 10 grand in 1 year may be a little difficult, but I feel like you could do it.
If you're 19, sorry, there's no hope for you. But
No, there's hope. It's just
you got to get a big girl job now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because I will say that's something that I was lucky enough to be able to like do, and when I graduated, I put it all to paying off debt.
Yeah.
Like, so I was still in debt, didn't have any money, but
at least you had
was less in
something
debt.
to. Yeah.
So I was like, this is like probably one of the best pieces of advice
Thank you.
you could give. Yeah. Okay, my POV.
Bree's turn.
Get ready.
All right.
Hold on to your butt. Not to be harsh and not to put down any of the men in my life that are so great, because there are plenty of men in my life that are great.
What are you doing?
But I think the men of our generation need to step it up.
Oh, yes.
Like, and not even like as a funny, like, ha, guys, you need to step it up. But like, seriously, like, especially like Christian men, like, where are you? First of all, where are you? Second of all, like, even men not in our generation, like, I feel like the generation now has been hurt by like absent dads. It's been hurt by like just like I don't know. It just keeps coming back to like how, like basically it's men. It's not all your fault. Like women play like as much of a role in like people need women just as much too. But I really think like that's my POV. I'm not even gonna say more.
I wonder if it has a lot to do with the fact of how people were raised. Like I know you brought up like absent fathers or like absent mothers, but I feel like within the past, let's just say for example, 20 years.
Sure.
I feel like parenting styles have become like there's so many different parenting styles now. And I feel like the most common parenting style now is very relaxed. And so I wonder if that has anything to do with the way how young women and young men are raised in our generation.
Yeah.
Because if you take a look at our like grandparents, like if you're talking about men and like relational like whatever, like even just like drive. I feel like our grandparents, like they were getting married at like 16, 17, 18 years old.
Why?
Having kids. Like they went straight to college, straight to work. They worked. They had a house. That's just what they did. Whereas here it's just very much like.
Yeah. I like part of that is like to do with like culture. Like people are just getting married later. Honestly, I could not tell you like the reason why. It's very interesting. It's probably for the best because a lot of people who got married that young got divorced, but some of them are still together because, it is very interesting though. Like I don't know.
I wonder if there's been any studies done or anything that can like I don't know.
Yeah, we should.
But I do agree. I do think men need to step it up.
Yeah. In all aspects, not just Christian men.
Yeah, just men in general.
Just men in general.
Not saying that women don't have to step it up.
Yeah.
But I feel like
100%.
men have a little bit more stepping up to do than women.
Just a wee bit. Just a smidgen of more stepping it up.
What a
I think
POV.
society in general just got to step it up.
That's true.
That is true.
Wow.
Whoa,
Our
guys.
final POVs of season 2.
Wild.
Wow. So wild.
That was some good final POVs. We brought it.
Wow, those were good. Good final notes to leave on. We are so excited for season 3.
It's going to be a little bit of a break.
Yes.
So we will let you know when we're coming back.
Yeah.
But we are coming back.
Make sure you're following our Instagram, our TikTok, so you know and are caught up with all of the updates.
Yeah.
Because we will be coming back soon.
Yeah. And we're not going to leave you hanging. We'll have some things up our sleeves. So
you never know. All right.
This
has been great, but here is the final wrap up.
Final outro.
Episode 13.
Yeah,
that's season 2.
Yeah. Outro in 3,
2, 1.
POV with